name is Dr. Boutelle, and I'm the principal investigator for the study called iROC. iROC stands for Intervention for Regulation of Cues. The purpose of the iROC study is to help you and your child learn to resist cravings. A craving is when we have an urge to eat a certain food. When we eat because we have a craving, instead of when we are truly hungry, we end up eating more than our bodies need. Eating more than what we need is called overeating. Overeating leads to weight gain, which can make us unhealthy. If we can learn to resist cravings, then we will eat less unhealthy foods and will ultimately lead to weight loss. You may wonder why your child always seems to be hungry or never wants to stop eating. Research shows that there are lots of biological reasons that make some children more sensitive to the taste of food, and eating may feel better to them than other children. In addition, today's food environment makes it very hard for us to resist food, even when we're not hungry. It is very easy to overeat in our society because things that remind us of food or make us think about eating are all around us. School vending machines, cafeterias, buffets, birthday parties, and fast food restaurants are everywhere. Over time, these food cues build a strong connection to our cravings and trigger us to overeat. Our goal in iROC is to help you and your child learn to break that connection so that you and your child can manage your cravings and resist the urge to eat, even if you're surrounded by tempting foods. We will teach you how to do this through a process called exposure. The idea behind exposure is that when someone repeatedly practices not eating in response to cravings, it becomes easier to resist that craving over time. For example, if you and your child practice going to the movies without eating popcorn, over time you'll be able to resist eating popcorn at the movies, even though being at the movies and the smell of popcorn usually makes you crave it. Just so you know, exposure is done with you and your child together. As part of the exposure, we will increase you and your child's cravings, while at the same time teaching you both to resist eating during your cravings. You and your child will practice seeing, smelling, and tasting food while learning to resist eating the food. You both will be asked to rate your craving levels to the different foods throughout the exposure. At the end of the exposure, you will be asked to throw away the food. Practicing repeated exposures to food without eating can reduce its power to trigger eating. This is what usually happens to cravings during exposures in iROC. Notice cravings go up at first and then go back down over time. This initial craving surge can be challenging for you and your child, but by doing this exercise you will learn how to deal with these urges without acting on them. We have shown in the past that both children and adults can learn this skill or succeed in managing even their strongest cravings. You and your child can too. Our iROC staff are ready to help you by teaching you the behavioral strategies you will need to make it happen. Your iROC coach will provide you with encouragement and support to help you and your child be as successful as you can be. While it may be hard to know if this program is right for you, here is what one family said about the program.
I thought it was just a cool way to learn how to resist cravings and not just, I want it. And it was just cool because it actually worked. I didn't want it as much after.
The most interesting thing is, one of the things you've shown, and what I've learned the most, is the graph of the 10 minutes. 3 minutes is the threshold for him. If I can hold out for 3 minutes and I can endure mad, anger, antsy, but I'm hungry, all that, it's only 3 minutes. And before I didn't realize as a parent how long the redirecting, I always thought it was kind of inevitable and I just gave in because after a while I was tired of it.
Yep.
It's such a short amount of time. For me it was like, hey, no, you just had something, or what else do you want? We talked about it. We were able to say, are you sure that's a craving or this? And he was able to realize it, but I noticed the persistence only lasted 3 minutes about that. And then all of a sudden it's he redirects himself.
Yeah. Did you find that after a certain period of time you just get distracted and do something else?
I was really impressed. I think all of them he ended up at a 1 at the end.
Mac and cheese, pretty close.
Mac and cheese you too still? Yeah. But you know what, mac and cheese you ask and request it all the time. You want that all the time. Anytime we go out. And the thing that amazed me the most is that your craving went down. I'm a little surprised, I do have to say. You know what's really interesting is that because I'm kind of like the forerunner of my friends, and like they're all totally like obsessed with the knowledge that we're gaining, and they all want to know, and they're like, "Yeah, you photocopy all your papers and send them to me."
Thank you for your interest in iROC. We hope to work with you and your child in the near future.